Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the John and Ant Show. John here.
This is Ant.
And
we
we know who you are.
We do.
We're the Aces and Eights.
Oh, I thought
Yeah. I had fun watching this.
This is every week I feel like I say this is the greatest edition of Impact Wrestling of all time.
This might be the all-time best. Not even because of the matches. Taz has made commentary history again. I love it.
Unbelievable.
Taz he's my hero.
It's funny because
I need a Taz shirt.
Because when he was face, you couldn't stand him. And now he's an Aces and Eights member. Ever since he was a little hot during Bully Ray's wedding.
A little hot in here.
You've changed your opinion on Taz.
Oh, it's great. It's great. I love it. I'll be doing a lot of that today.
No,
we start off, with a stupid video package, of course. TNA did happen last night. I watched it an hour ago.
Yep.
And we got the video, generic preview of what happened last week and stuff like that.
Yes, we got Jeff Hardy.
Yes, and Hulk Hogan needs the ambulance because he was crying.
Because Jeff Hardy was being taken away in the hospital. Yeah, it's pretty funny actually.
Hulk Hogan shedded a tear in the ambulance.
Well, he cares about him.
Oh,
he cares about him.
Yeah, can't call the ambulance for Hulk Hogan.
Well, he's not complaining about, Cena was supposed to save me.
Well, he was.
Hulk Hogan.
How many times?
Hulk Hogan cares. Hulk Hogan cares about.
How many times did Ryback get jumped?
Is Cena getting paid to babysit Ryback? Oh, is he the one who said, "You want a little baby food, Ryback? You want some more?"
Oh yeah. So wait a minute.
Oh
so
my goodness.
Let the Shield beat you up. Stop. Wait, time out. Let the Shield beat you up.
Mm-hmm.
And what? And you think I'm gonna come save you? Of course. But say if I didn't.
Well, you're not obligated to.
I'm your buddy, aren't I?
John Cena and Ryback were never friends.
Yes, they were.
They became just tag team partners. That was it.
Yeah,
that was it. End of story.
They become friends.
Oh, God. Just because you're tag team partners doesn't mean you're friends.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Anyway, back to TNA. We start off with Kurt Angle versus Garrett Bischoff. Garrett Bischoff and Wes Briscoe, the clown guy.
Okay, so everybody in the world knows what's going to happen in this match, right?
Yes.
Okay, obviously. Right. Obviously, the match itself, what'd you think?
It was okay. Okay. I mean, nothing great.
You have
there were a couple of okay spots with the double German suplex, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, essentially what you have here, a Kurt Angle, good, but past his prime. And you also have Noobs and Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff.
Noobs. I wish it was just Garrett Bischoff and not Wes Briscoe.
Yeah, Wes Briscoe. He's just taking up space.
Go home, Wes Briscoe. Go home with the Miz. But this all came because of Taz. That's why I call it a great. According to Taz,
he has a reason for why Kurt Angle seems to be past his prime.
Oh yes, that is right. Because now he's a cyborg, and he needs batteries.
He needs some new batteries.
He needs new batteries.
Thank you, Taz. I mean, I don't think we ever really thought of it that way.
Wow. I have nothing to say. We do have interference from D'Lo as Garrett throws him the chain, and D'Lo knocks out Angle and picks up the win. Or Garrett grabs the chain from D'Lo and Garrett knocks out Angle for the win. And we get the generic Aces and Eights beatdown at the end of the match.
Yes, because this will be the only beatdown of the night.
What?
Yes, don't worry. This is the one beatdown of the night.
We got a promo from Ken Anderson.
Oh my God, that's not called a promo. It's called a waste of time. If Ken Anderson is doing it, it's not called a promo. It's just a waste of time.
Next, we got Petey Williams talking backstage.
Petey Williams
talking about his strategy for tonight's three-way X Division match. He's gonna try to hit Canadian Destroyer like 1,000 times. Zima Ion says, "You okay there?" Okay. He can pin either man to regain his title, but he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the rules because he can lose it without getting pinned.
Right.
He promises he's gonna get it back. For a fact. That rhymed. Awesome. X Division title match. Kenny King I love it.
There's a reason. There's a reason. Petey Williams and Zima Ion, they got promos, right? They got the talk.
Yes.
All right.
What was the reason why Kenny King didn't get one?
Well, because he got one later on in the night, which made no sense. Absolutely no sense.
So we got Kenny King versus Zima Ion versus Petey Williams.
For like the millionth time, where you have Kenny King in there for some reason. Well, now the reason he's the champ, I don't know how.
The match was going good.
No, I'll tell you why. I analyzed this match very carefully. Kenny King did what he usually does. He a jump kick, whatever.
A jump kick.
That's his aerial assault. That's his aerial move. Okay.
A jump kick.
He just
drop kick.
No, it's not even a drop kick. He just jumps and kicks you with one of his legs.
Oh, nice.
That's what it is. They look nice. I'm not gonna say they look like garbage.
No, I enjoyed the match till the end.
He did. Those kicks of his, they look good. Too bad it's the only thing he can do. It's the only thing he did in this match, because once he took the Canadian Destroyer, he took it pretty early in the match,
which was awesome.
It's great to see it again.
It's a great move.
He took it, and I loved seeing it on Kenny King.
Great finishing move, by the way.
I could watch that video all the day. Just watch the Canadian Destroyer on Kenny King.
You know what's funny though? It takes two people to do that move.
Mm-hmm. So he did it right. He didn't botch it. Very dangerous to pull off. Well, if you don't pull it off. But then he disappears, and this is where the match gets good.
It gets good.
It's not a coincidence.
But we also had a new thing to the match. We had a camera, the ref cam.
Indeed, we did.
The ref cam.
Now, what did you think of the webcam?
The webcam. I thought the webcam was very cool. No,
it essentially is a webcam on the ref's hat.
It
looks ridiculous.
It looks stupid. I mean, it looks like it looks like one of those like from those TV, maybe like a spy TV show. You have the hat as the camera, and it's not so noticeable. It's just the camera right there.
No, but this is very noticeable. It really is. They might as well, like I said, they might as well have just had the ref wear a baseball cap.
Yeah, that's it.
And put a webcam on.
What kind of hat was you wearing?
It was a weird shape. I have to watch this again on HD because I had to watch it.
It was like one of those old people hats.
Yeah, like in the ones that they used to wear to baseball games, like in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, something like that.
It was one of those hats.
Which was hilarious.
It was hysterical to see it. But the camera itself is terrible quality.
But it's not like we've seen it before, though. We've seen the ref cam before. WCW had it way back when. I don't think... Did WWE ever do a ref cam?
They might have. They might have
once, and that was it.
Yeah, they tried it out. It didn't work. The webcam, looking at the webcam now,
I don't like
not a big fan of it.
I don't like it.
It's kind of...
It is a different perspective.
It's grainy. It's a good perspective. Don't get me wrong. But the quality of the camera is not that good.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm watching it on an HD TV. I want to see it in HD. I don't want to see it in grainy footage. But I mean, I understand why they tried it. The X Division sucks so hard that they have to bring something new to it.
It does. But
like I said, Kenny King was taken out of the match, and the match picked up.
Oh, it did. Like I said, I was enjoying it.
Zima Ion didn't do actually that many high flying moves today.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of good spots from Petey Williams, the Hurricane.
Oh, Petey Williams stole the show. That match was about him.
It was.
That match was about him, and if you noticed, before we get into that, let's just get into the most amazing finish of all time in any X Division match we've ever seen.
I have never seen. So the generic sharpshooter is now just you don't tap from it, you get pinned from it.
Yeah, because Petey Williams locked the sharpshooter on Zima Ion. Zima Ion's obviously in a lot of pain. Kenny King decides to join the match. Knees, I believe it's a knee. Knee to the face of Petey Williams. Petey Williams goes on the ropes as if he's going to take a 619. But no. Kenny King immediately goes over to Zima Ion, who's just been in the sharpshooter, and pins him.
What?
For 3.
Match over?
Match over. Apparently the sharpshooter is one of the most impactful finishers of all time.
Oh my god.
And Zima Ion wasn't able to get his shoulder up. And I just, I really don't even have emotion during Kenny King matches. I just watch it like...
I don't get it. Yeah.
But this was... I threw my arms up. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? This is it. This is how he's winning matches now?
Yep.
Where, like... What was the pay-per-view we ordered? Was it Lockdown?
Yeah.
It was Lockdown, where the pace is going really fast. And then it slows down to almost no movement. Just so Kenny King could hit his finisher. And we got a comment a few weeks ago about how Kenny King's not that bad. No, it's when you're the champ and you're taken out of the match, and the choreography of the match says you're not going to be in the match for the majority of the time, but you'll come back and get the pin.
There's reasons.
There's reasons for that, and it's obvious that Kenny King just isn't exciting enough to, have a one-on-one X Division match. The first time I saw him, one of the first shows that we did, reviewing TNA Impact, I liked him.
Of course.
But he's brought nothing, since that day, he's brought nothing new to the table. And it's almost as if he's regressed.
He is.
And the good thing I will say about this is that Zima Ion was the one pinned. Zima Ion was the one pinned. So according to the new fancy X Division rules, it would seem Zima Ion is no longer a contender for the title.
I have an idea, by the way.
Leaving P.D. Williams as a contender for the title, which
I
like it.
We should have at the end of the week the best wrestler of the week and the worst wrestler of the week.
Our own top whatever.
Yeah, and our worst wrestler goes to would be Kenny King for doing absolutely nothing in this match.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Congrats for the award, Kenny King.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Miz will probably top my list every week.
Wow. Anyway, after that, Magnus is backstage and is ready to get ready for his, I guess, the TV title shot. I guess.
Yeah.
Out of the blue.
Now this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. A Magnus match.
Yes, I've been waiting for this match forever.
I've been very upset that the last 1 or 2 weeks we didn't get to see Magnus.
I was ready. I was ready for this match.
I had my Magnus shirt on. I put my Magnus poster up that day.
Put your Magnus hat on too.
My Magnus hat on.
And your pajamas.
And my pajamas.
Pajamas.
Yes, my footsie pajamas with. And what else? What else did I have? Oh, Magnus as my laptop wallpaper.
And your Magnus.
And then Ace's my what?
Dinner plates.
Yes, my Magnus dinner plates.
Yes. But all of a sudden, we got Aces and Eights beatdown again!
Oh my goodness!
Generic!
Why on Magnus? What did Magnus ever do to
What did Magnus ever do to you?
I mean, granted, one beginning of TNA Impact, I do believe he went out and tried to fight him off. But come on, Magnus is just he was.
Wait! It gets better. The double choke slam.
Oh yes. There is
You can't even say. There's no words for it.
Do you remember that YouTube video that says worst choke slam ever?
Yes.
And it's Undertaker choke slamming Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
And it's terrible. This might be right up there because when they both brought Magnus up,
yes.
I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna look good.
Yeah.
They brought him down, and you usually hear like a smack.
A smack. Like
that. And you're like, oh wow, how do you fake that?
Yeah.
You know what I heard when Magnus hit the floor?
Plop.
It
was just up and then slowly dropped down.
When I trip over furniture in my house, it makes a bigger impact.
Wow.
I'm serious.
You're right. No, you're right. It was like what Bully Ray did last week when he planted himself on the table.
Oh,
they slowly lifted him up and then quickly dropped and then just planted him. Just okay, you're not hurt, right?
Yeah, right.
You're good.
All that was left was.
Then all of a sudden, Angry Samoa Joe comes out.
Oh my god!
It doesn't even go after them.
And he goes primal.
Yes, because you get the generic yelling, the yelling of a face promo, the face yelling at the camera promo, which we always love.
The angry face in the camera.
Yes. According to Samoa Joe, he talked to the powers that be. Who are those people?
I don't know. Spike TV officials.
I don't know. And he's coming to collect when he sees Devon in the ring tonight. So we got a Samoa Joe versus Devon match later tonight.
Now I think I know how this match will end.
Next we get a number 1 contenders match for the Knockouts Championship. This
right.
Tess Mocker versus Mickie James.
With and usually,
ODB.
Yes, this usually isn't this important. The referee isn't usually important, but ODB really kind of, she held this match down because for some reason or another, she was the focus of the first
I don't get
5
it.
minutes.
I
At
didn't
least
get
5
it.
minutes.
I was confused.
Whenever the ref is the focal point of the match.
But you know,
it's
she
not a good
hasn't
thing.
really been a bad ref.
She hasn't been a bad ref until now.
Yeah.
Because the match should never be focused on the ref.
You are the worst ref of the week.
Hey, bring back Joey Ryan.
Yeah, right.
Bring back Joey Ryan.
This
was the match when they got a chance to do their Mickey James and Tessmacher. When they got a chance to do their in-ring work, it was good.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was good. It was nice, fast-paced. Again, certainly better than anything.
The ending could have been better.
It could have been. It was just a roll-up. You know?
Yeah. Generic face roll-up.
Yeah.
But they're both faces, which is quite interesting. And we have the Knockouts title.
They have to be both face, and the reason for that is because, Velvet Sky's face too, isn't she?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. We got Mickey James versus Velvet Sky, both are faces.
Mm-hmm.
So that's next week for the Knockouts title. Winner is Mickey James. They show, I guess, Velvet Sky getting her knee checked out and stuff like that. Next, we see Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian say they want to bring back the band, and the band is back together, and they sing
band.
the three best friends. I wish I could find. I need to find that clip because it's so great.
Now, if you remember last week, unfortunately we had. Well, it depends on what happens afterwards, but we had Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez win the tag titles over Bobby Roode and Austin Aries. Okay, that was what happened.
Okay.
Basically, the first ones to come out are Bad Influence. Am I not mistaken? Or
Yes.
Bad Influence comes out. Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. I just like the stuff they have to say. I do. And then what you're referring to is that Bobby Roode and Austin Aries came out.
Yes, I did. I do have this clip, by the way, of Christopher Daniels and Kazarian
Right.
backstage, and I just love this.
Oh yeah, that just happened. Tell the world the band is back together. You know what this means? Once again, we're the three best friends that anyone could have. We're the three best friends that anyone could have. We're the three best friends that anyone could have. And we'll never, 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 never.
Wow.
Just gold. Amazing.
It is.
It's amazing how this team is so much more. How can I put this? Far more interesting than anything that Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez have ever done. I really cannot stand that tag team. I really can't. I cannot. We had an interesting exchange between Bad Influence and Double A and the It Factor, as they referred to themselves.
Oh wait, did we get to the we did the Magnus beatdown, right? Oh no, we missed something. We go to Joseph Parks backstage.
Oh yes.
He's talking on the phone, and Devon's upset. He's like, "Oh, what are you guys doing? What are you doing?" He takes his cell phone and beats the crap out of the guy.
Well, they're sending a message to Joey Ryan.
You mean Joseph Parks?
I mean, yes, Joseph Parks.
That is so mean.
It's
And we get another generic Aces and Eights beatdown again.
So this is the third beatdown of the night.
3.
Aces
3
and Eights.
beatdowns so far. And for what? Joey Parks was just on his phone.
I don't know.
You know, when you're on your phone, I'm going to beat you down.
Well, maybe what happened was Joseph Parks had borrowed Devon's phone.
For what?
And he's going over his minutes.
He's going over his minutes?
Because I think I would maybe have the same reaction if someone had done that to my phone.
So that was the third generic Aces and Eights beatdown. They made him cry.
Oh no, that's uncalled for.
They made him cry. He was
would you
crying.
make him
They poured he was thrown into the shower,
Mm.
and then Devon turned the shower heads and hot water came on him. He started crying.
Poor Joseph Parks.
Poor Joseph Parks.
Now I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Nice.
Yes, thank you.
We did have what were we called? Interesting exchanges between Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, and Bad Influence.
Yes, it was. Ridiculous though, but funny at the same time.
It was pretty funny. We had Austin Aries hint that the reason they're not as good a tag team as Bad Influence and Bad Influence is because they don't spend enough quality time together, and that's why they're not like a well-oiled, lubricated machine.
Wow.
So we know what he's referring to, you know.
Wow.
Because Aaron doesn't appreciate it, he takes credit for Bobby Roode cutting his hair because he did it first and it looked cool.
I did it first. No, I did it first. No, I did it first.
I know. And we get more of a back and forth thing going on.
Until two people ruin it.
Yeah.
Choro Guerrero and Juan Hernandez.
Choro Guerrero. They come out. Bad Influence has left the ring.
Yes, they were smart.
They backed off.
They were smart.
And because they saw Churro and Hernandez coming out. Bobby Roode and Austin Aries were unaware of this, and when they turned around, they both got clotheslined.
For what?
I don't know.
And then we saw the best promo ever from Chavo.
This promo really, it gave me chills.
Did it?
It gave me chills. It makes the CM Punk pipe bomb promo look like a kindergarten kid crying because he can't go to, he doesn't know how to go to the bathroom or whatever.
I know, right?
Needs help. So, Chavo gets the mic. He has the belt in his hand, and he says...
Wait. We may be able to get this up. Give me a second.
Oh, you want to play it?
I kind of want to play it.
See, I don't know if our listeners can take it. Yeah. I don't know if our listeners can take it.
But it's the biggest pipe bomb ever. This is the best promo. This is true. This is promo of the week.
This is promo of the week, maybe of the past 10 years.
I have to find it. Give me a second.
Yeah, you really do have to find it. It'll be worth it.
But talk about what happened next. After that? What?
Yeah, afterwards, let's see. Well, I don't remember where this was, so I just figure I'll put it in here now. Wait, was this when we got another Aces and Eights beatdown?
Give me a second.
Well, just so before I forget, there was this amazing Matt Morgan promo.
Ah, yes.
Where apparently there's another group in TNA called the Aces of Eights. And they're being much more secretive, as I don't know where they are. They haven't shown up yet. Because I'm looking at the Aces and Eights vest, and it clearly says Aces and Eights. So Matt Morgan may be referring to a new team that will be making an appearance.
Oh, here we go. I got it. Here's the best promo from Chavo Guerrero.
Hang on to your socks.
Hold on. Here it comes.
Well, boys, this is why we're better.
Now, I don't even know what to say about that. I really don't even know what to say about that.
This is why we're better.
And he was showing the belt. He's showing the tag team belt. An absolutely phenomenal promo from Churro Guerrero. It inspires me. It inspires me in every way possible. And I just, wow.
I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
I think Eddie Guerrero is turning in his grave right about now.
Because he was never as good a promo cutter as Chavo Guerrero? Probably.
And we lost our 50 subscribers.
No.
But Eddie did cut way better promos than this nuisance of a nephew. I'd be embarrassed. I really would.
It's funny.
You go in there and you want to cut a promo and that's all you have to say?
It's funny when you can say that. Eddie would be more proud of Vicky Guerrero.
Oh, definitely.
Than of Chavo Guerrero.
I mean, what a joke.
Because Chavo Guerrero's... Because Eddie... Vicky's going out there and doing her thing. She's still getting booed, and it seems that she's making a face turn. And actually, she hasn't been getting boos during this face turn.
Yep.
Which is something I was worried about. As opposed to Chavo, who again is just... His whole moveset, based on Eddie, has nothing unique. And, well... He's not bringing anything new. Nothing new to the table. You would think that if Chavo got a second chance, that he'd recreate himself. That he'd... Because I would imagine he's good in the ring. Because he has worked enough with Eddie. why wouldn't he just take something new and put it in there?
Oh, definitely. No, you're right. You're right. We do after the Matt Morgan for the Aces of Eights. There is a new group going on we don't know about.
Yep.
We get Devon versus Samoa Joe, and what happens?
Well, first we get an okay match. Certainly not to the level of Joe's older matches.
Am I putting up the 4?
Hold on. Certainly not to the point. Not like his matches in his prime. But again, you have to remember that back then he was facing Styles, Daniels.
Yes.
And not Devon. Okay? Yeah, Devon's he's a Dudley. He's a legend in some people's minds.
Sarge now.
Sarge.
Sarge R. Sarge.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Taz. Stop, Taz.
Stop,
please.
Taz. Oh wait, we're getting to the best thing ever of AJ Styles and James Storm. But what do we get in this Devon versus Samoa Joe match? I'm holding it up.
Oh boy, we get another
generic Aces and Eights beatdown.
Oh,
4, 4 in one night.
Now let's go through them because I feel like. All right, the first one was. Let's see. What was the first match?
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Magnus.
Mm-hmm. Joseph Parks
in the bathroom. Samoa Joe.
Well, aren't we forgetting the beatdown on Bad Influence?
That's after.
That was after? Okay.
That's at the end.
But
you
yeah.
spoiled it.
Well, you know what? At this rate, everybody knows that there's a beatdown after every match, except the Knockouts match.
Yeah, right? So
Which
next
is why
we get,
Aces and Eights needs a...
Now we get the main event. AJ Styles versus James Storm. This was good. AJ Styles got barely any offense in.
Yeah, it's tough to see if he's lost his stuff.
Ready for Taz's new vocabulary of the day? The Super Duperplex!
The Super Duperplex.
The Super Duperplex! What is going on?
Taz is, I don't know.
He's losing it! He's losing it on the commentary!
He's gaining it. He's become a better commentator.
Oh, he's 10 times better than Jerry the King Lawler.
Well, again,
and Michael Cole.
I want Lawler to go back to heel, but at this point, Taz, when you're a heel, I feel like you have more to work with.
He does.
You have more to work with.
And it works. Whatever.
And Taz at one point
it's brilliant.
Taz got sad because he was wondering, why are people hating on me? Why are people blowing up my Twitter account for just voicing my opinion?
Well, now he's laughing about it. He's saying hi to the fans and giving them thumbs up and But the Super Duperplex.
The Super Duperplex. Oh boy.
What do we call that? Quote of the week? The Super Duperplex?
It could be.
The quote of the week. Super Duperplex. I mean, it was a good match until, like I said, and also, back to the Joe
Samoa
match.
Joe was hit with brass knuckles.
Yes. As Taz is going, oh, he doesn't have a foreign object behind his back.
But then Taz had to admit it.
Yes.
He admitted it because they just showed it on camera.
Didn't do it enough today.
No.
Have to get it all out. But this match was okay. Good. AJ Styles showed off a new submission move.
That's right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Doesn't look like anything special, but at least he has
something new.
He has a new move in his repertoire, in his arsenal, I should say. He has a new move in his arsenal. Funny this match because we got week after week of James Storm calling out AJ Styles, and he just taps out.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, just tapped out.
Just tapped out.
Because I watched this match and it's not like AJ Styles was fixated on hurting his leg or anything. Like he didn't break it down or anything. Yeah. He just put the move on and in a couple seconds,
match over.
James Storm was tapping.
Yep.
And then Aces and Eights beatdown number 5. Oh man! Now this night just keeps getting better.
5 generic Aces and Eights beatdowns. Are you kidding me?
Oh man!
5 in one night.
Just doesn't get much better than
this
that.
isn't even a pay-per-view. This is just a Thursday Night Impact.
Oh.
And you got 5 beatdowns. Maybe, well, 6 because you got to include Bad Influence. They beat down him and James Storm, so
Yeah.
and that pretty much ended Impact.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. And of course, the clip that we used to open the show is the beginning of the promo. That
we should create a new game. We should have
a drinking game.
Yes, we have a drinking game of how many generic beatdowns of Ace there's gonna be. So we'll have vodka, and every time we see a generic beatdown, 1.
Oh boy!
And just keep going till the
we'll
generic beatdowns end.
I don't know if we'll make it. Oh, jeez.
We'll do it with beer.
And if I have to hear that slogan again, if you ride with aces and eights, you never walk alone. That's what the saying is,
Yeah.
right? If you ride with aces and eights,
Yes, you never walk alone.
Okay. I keep hearing it over.
I wonder what the Aces of Eights slogan is.
I would like to say aces of eights should be the polar opposite of aces and eights. Instead of black, they wear white vests.
Yes, white vest.
You know.
Where's TNA gone? I don't know what to say about this one. I mean,
was phenomenal.
It
was phenomenal.
He's joking.
All those aces and eights beats downs were amazing.
I don't know what to think anymore. It's like okay, as a fan, generic fan, right? And we watch this, all the time, pretty much. I mean, like I said, I catch TNA when I come home from work. But you say you're not like a fan just watching. You don't know about TNA. You just click it on and you just see generic beatdowns all the time. Do you really want to watch that?
No.
It's not cool. I mean, I get what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I get the beatdown every now and then.
But 5?
5 in one night, and even on some people.
I mean, the Shield doesn't even do that.
And then
the Shield, who is a group. I mean, it's only 3 people, but they don't do that as much.
But what I'm saying here is, and it's not just that they had 5 beatdowns. Some of the times, it was beatdowns on people who. Why are they getting beat down?
Yeah, right.
Like, why would Bad Influence get beat down?
Out of all the people, then they're heels.
And then there was who else was it? There was somebody else who got beat down. That didn't really make much sense. It might have just been them, but if Taz basically said, "Oh, they deserve a beatdown or whatever," they were like a little egotistical, and it was aces and eights bringing them down a bit. So,
but
I would have if they were gonna have beatdown.
I'm looking at some of the comments about this episode of TNA Impact, and someone went, "Sweet episode. Now this is the way dominant heels are done." Wait a minute. They don't have to do that. They just have to do 2 or 3 beatdowns, and that's it, and show them how dominant. But you do 5?
Well, they're trying.
How dominant do you want them to be? Wait a minute.
At the moment,
wait a minute. Now this is bad because you know what happened when we had this dominant faction, NWO, and look what it turned out to be.
Right.
60 people coming out of a freaking limo.
Well, they haven't added any members since Bully Ray was revealed to be the president.
Well, remember they're supposed to add They're supposed to add not an X Division, knockout, correct?
It seems that way.
And who knows? But like I said, I've seen dominant heel factions before, and I've seen where they gone. It's not good. The NWO did the same exact thing.
Well,
They beat down every single wrestler.
Well, that's because NWO was basically the first of its kind. The first straight up, dominant stable that basically, storyline-wise, took down the company.
Exactly.
I would figure that TNA would observe this and try and avoid what they did there.
Avoid it.
So,
But it looks like they're not.
I mean, it would be funny, though, if a group of aces and eights did break off and change their colors to red.
Oh, God.
Maybe they changed.
If that happens, I'm really done watching TNA. Cause
they changed the eights
can't come up with anything.
They changed the eights into what? Diamonds?
Yeah, right? Hearts?
Diamonds. Hearts of eights.
Hearts
and eights. I don't know.
So that pretty much covers Impact.
Some funny things happened. It is worth a watch.
It is worth a watch. Match-wise, okay at best. Show-wise, it sucked, but Taz made it.
Nothing wrong with the show. Amazing show. Worth the watch. Definitely watch it and listen to the commentary as well.
Just listen to the commentary. You don't have to watch the matches.
No, you should watch the matches.
No, don't watch the matches.
Especially well.
Yeah.
The knockouts match was nice to look
Now
at.
you can watch it. Now watch the knockouts match. Watch the X Division match without Kenny King. Pretend he's not there.
Well, that's going to be easy to do because he's not in most of the match.
And you can also watch Storm and AJ Styles because that isn't bad. Devon Samoa Joe didn't last long, and Magnus and Devon never happened.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't get that much match. You didn't get that many matches on this edition of Impact, but we got 2 championship matches next week. We have the tag team rematch. We have Bobby Roode and Austin Aries versus Don't Care. I don't give a crap about. And the Knockouts title.
Yep.
So tune into Impact next week. Hopefully get more Taz. Taz, I love you.
I'll have to have Taz on the show one of these days.
Oh my god. That would be awesome. Viewership would go up. And just, you have to stay in character too.
He has to.
Just stay in your Aces and Ace character. And I just want a vest. That's all I want. I'm hoping that TNA, do this for me, TNA. Start like, you know how they have Damian Sandow's robe now. You can buy it on WWEshop.com.
Yeah.
Get the vest.
If you're gonna sell Aces and Eights gear, not selling the vest doesn't make any sense.
Yes, you have to sell the vest.
That's what everybody wants.
Everyone wants a vest.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd buy the vest. And I'd wear it every Friday to review Impact. I really would. You seem tired, Ant-Man.
No, I'm fine.
Are you just yawning in front of me?
Well, yeah, it just happens.
It just happens.
It's because I'm thinking about the X Division match.
Oh, that's why it gets you tired?
Yeah, Kenny King, whenever I watch it, puts me to sleep. So. But on to wrestling news.
Yeah,
If
more.
there is any.
There's a new performance center was announced yesterday.
A new performance center?
For WWE.
Okay.
There's some pictures of it. There's a bunch of videos and stuff like that. Triple H introduced it. I think it's like a training facility, pretty much.
Okay.
You know, there was like NXT guy, not NXT. I don't know who they were, but they had NXT shirts on. I'm not sure if they were wrestlers.
So they had videos of Triple H at this place.
Yes, actually, here it is.
Did anyone ask him if he accepted Brock Lesnar's invitation for another cage match?
Good question.
No, they didn't.
But there is a picture of Adrian Neville, Paige, all of them together.
Nice.
Xavier Woods. It seems like this is gonna go through.
Yeah.
They are building a new. I guess they're building a new performance. Center.
Or maybe a new place to host NXT or whatever.
And as you see, this is all them. Pretty much. And look at that smile Triple H has. He has a nice smile. He's had a gold medal.
He does.
He does have a gold medal. He has a gold medal on.
I don't know what that is. Wow, is that Paige?
Yes, that is Paige. I told you. Hey, Xavier Woods looks familiar.
I'm not commenting on that.
You know where I'm going with it, right?
Yes.
He looks like Jabber Goofy.
Oh, goodness.
But Paige, I can't wait for the Anti-Diva to finally be brought up. So I'm actually looking forward to see what they, see what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take time for them to build, but of course he has to have the sledgehammer in his hand.
Yes, he does.
Go figure.
He has to.
Go figure. Other than that, that's pretty much it for wrestling news.
Okay.
SmackDown is tonight. Don't tune in.
Just a quick review of main event, which we didn't get a chance to review yesterday. We did have Justin Gabriel won a Battle Royal, I believe.
Yep.
To earn an Intercontinental title shot.
Yay!
And he lost. But according to Rob, it was a great match.
Okay.
And it makes sense, those two have gone head-to-head before.
Oh, definitely.
It's always interesting when you have two guys from, two former guys from the same faction go at it. And, that's about it. I didn't get a chance to check it out, but I definitely will for that match. Wade Barrett defeating Justin Gabriel for the Intercontinental Championship. A lot of comments on the comment section saying that, dang it, just give Gabriel a title.
You really can't.
at this point,
I'm
you know,
mad,
he's not up there. He doesn't have his own storyline at the
He's
moment.
talented, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
he's just not. He's not there yet.
Right.
Just
But
quick.
I would like to see Gabriel get some opportunity.
Oh, definitely,
You know?
definitely. Just who knows when.
I mean, come on. He was at the spot where he ended every Nexus beatdown with
Yep.
a 450.
Yep. So, which I
So-
saw live, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, quick matches for tonight's SmackDown: Santino Morello versus Fandango, Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett, Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio, Hornswoggle, Natalia and the Great Khali versus Primo, Epico, and Rosa Mendez, Mark Henry and the Big Slow versus half of the Super Friends, and yeah, so that's SmackDown for tonight.
Half of the Super Friends,
Half of the Super Friends:
and this is
Randy Orton and Sheamus.
okay. All right.
So
Definitely tune into SmackDown. I mean,
definitely don't tune into SmackDown. Watch
well,
TNA
no,
again.
look. Well, yes, I agree.
I agree.
But in terms of watching SmackDown, remember, the spoilers don't always really capture if it's a good episode or a bad one.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, sometimes, you know, I remember one Raw we said it was bad on paper, but for some reason the show was good.
Yep.
Well, the reason was the crowd.
Yeah.
Really, but yeah, that does tend to happen. So if you have time, you can tune into SmackDown. I definitely wouldn't say cancel any plans to watch SmackDown. So, what
Into sports.
okay.
Yankees lost 6-2 and 12.
Oh, super setback for Derek Jeter.
Yeah, super setback for Derek Jeter.
Do you remember back in March when we were saying they're aiming for opening day?
Yep.
Well, it seems like now we're waiting for the All-Star
A break. I
there's
just
about-
read
there's
this now.
a crack in somewhere in Derek Jeter's ankle, and you know, it's a big deal. You just can't ignore that. A speedy recovery.
A small crack.
Wishes for a speedy recovery, Derek Jeter. Yeah, small crack. That's a big deal.
There's nothing you can do about that. It happens.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a big setback, though, and it is gonna. It's sad. It's too bad.
and the Mets, same old Mets. Bullpen blows it again. It's amazing. They lost 11-3 yesterday. Tonight's the marquee matchup, Harvey against Strasburg, which everyone should tune in to watch.
Definitely.
And I was listening to Boomer Carton in the morning, and Carton made a good point. If you're a sports fan, sit your butt on the couch because you ain't moving.
Yeah.
There is so much this weekend. It's crazy.
Yeah.
With Harvey and Strasburg, Knicks starting up, playoff basketball. Why leave your couch?
Yeah.
You know.
In all
So
seriousness.
if you have the weekend to yourself, don't move for sports. And the schedules for the NFL got released.
Indeed, they were.
So quickly on that. By the way, Neested get the loss. Bullpen gave up 9 runs. So bullpen needs help. I've had enough. It's the same old. They had an 8-2 lead. What happens? Mets blow it.
Wow.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But we'll turn to the Jets first.
Yes,
As,
let's take a look at the Jets. And for, you know, reasons that we live in the area, we have to go over the Giants.
Yes, that is Giants as well. But we'll go with we'll start with your
No, stop it!
Giants,
Oh my
Giants.
gosh.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Can't even do it
Well,
anymore.
your opening game is against Tampa. What a quinkydink!
Buccaneers.
As
Greg Schiano, it's going to be good to see you again.
but there are talks with Rivas and Tampa Bay, and how coincidence it's against Tampa the first
It
game.
would be interesting to see if the trade falls through, if they go through with it, and you know, we already get to go head to head with them.
Next is the Thursday night game, which a little quick for you guys. It's
Already.
it's at New England, which is worse for you guys because playing at Gillette Stadium is tough.
Especially if Mark Sanchez is starting.
Then you come to you guys are home against Buffalo, which is an odd slate game at 4:30 for some odd mysterious reason.
Oh, that. Usually they have that. That's like 1:00 game, then a 4:30 game.
Yep, I got it.
So.
Then you guys are at Tennessee, Monday night game at Atlanta. Then you're home against Pittsburgh, New England, at Cincinnati, and home against the Saints.
Yep.
After seeing that, where do you see your record stand?
Let's see.
Tampa could be a win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I say 1-0, 1-1.
One.
Maybe possibly 2-1. I feel like the Bills will beat us later in the year. Not right
Okay,
away.
so you're 2-1 now.
2-1. The Titans. I'm trying to remember if they.
Chris Johnson, Jake Locker.
Okay. Quarterback.
Jake Locker.
Jake Locker. All right. He rookie. I'll even give him 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
At Atlanta.
3-2.
Okay.
3-3. 3-4. 4-4.
Right, you guys think you can beat
I
Cincy?
think we could beat Cincy.
At
And I'm
Cincy?
being again. Look, I don't even know who the hell our quarterback's going to be at this point.
That is true.
So maybe you're right. I'll go. What was it? 3-5.
Yep.
3-5. 3-6.
Now you're at the bye week.
3-6. Not looking
So
good.
3-6 at the bye week.
All right.
Now you're at Buffalo,
Okay.
which
So
is always
I'll-
the.
so I'll
So
give
it's
this-
now. Remember, now you're in November 17th. It's kind of cold,
Yeah.
and Ralph Wilson Stadium. Are you beating the Bills at home
And Sanchez doesn't do well in the cold either. So that would be 3-7.
at Baltimore?
Gosh. 3-8.
Remember, Baltimore is not the same team,
They're
and
not.
I called it. I said it. When
But
they
at this
won the
point,
Su-
I mean, the Jets have not gotten any better.
I said it once they won the Super Bowl. I said it that Monday, and they're not making the playoffs.
Right. You know what? Okay.
I think they're not the same team.
4-8 then. 4-8.
Miami, Ryan Tannehill's second year quarterback.
5-8.
Raiders.
6. 6-8.
I think the Raiders could be a win just because they're coming over here.
Yeah.
If it was a West Coast game, I'd give it to Oakland.
Mhm.
Carolina.
Well, this is a tough one because I really don't know how we would handle Cam Newton. But I give him. I'll give him a 7th win.
I have to give it to Carolina.
Yeah. Wait, where is it? At
Carolina,
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, never mind. 6th.
Cleveland.
There's our 7th win. There
It's
it
your
is.
final home game, and then Miami to end the season.
We can do Miami. 8-8. I predict an 8-8 season. Not very good. Not as bad as it's not going to be that good.
And I see a lot of 3-13, 2-14, 5-11.
Mhm.
I do see 8 wins,
Mhm.
or maybe 7.
And again, this.
But remember, this is the NFL. Anything could happen.
That's why I'm going 8-8. That's why I'm going 8-8. Look,
Anything
I'm not
could
going to
happen.
be. I'm not going to say that this team is the worst team we've ever had. Look, we've gotten rid of a few useless people. I've never been a fan of Sean Green.
Okay,
Ever.
I understand that.
I've never been a fan of Mike DeVito. You know.
Good point.
I've never been a fan. You know, Bart Scott. He's a pretty slow guy when it comes to coverage.
He is.
Who else have we gotten rid of? Let's see here. Again, this depends so much on who our quarterback is, really.
Yes.
And what do we do with the draft?
We're
Yeah.
6 days away.
I feel like it's too early to judge what the record will be by the time the draft comes around. I feel like let's wait till the draft goes by. Let's wait to see the acquisitions.
That's so. It's more when the draft. When the draft comes and goes. Obviously the first day is always big.
Yeah.
With you guys holding the ninth overall pick. Or the 10th?
Not 100% sure.
Why do I think I have the you're the 9. I have the 8.
Okay.
So after seeing the schedule, do you like what you see? Is there any?
Well, I didn't like what I saw when I looked at the Jets roster. I still don't. I'm not so sure what I think about the coaching either.
Well, I don't. Well, if they start off bad, I don't see Rex Ryan.
If they miss the playoffs, Rex Ryan's got to go.
Oh, he's gone.
I was surprised that they didn't let him go last year.
Say if they start off 0-6, he's gone week 7.
I wouldn't be surprised. But
'Cause
for some reason or another,
your season's over.
the Jets have this obsession with Rex Ryan, where so far he's been able to do whatever he's wanted, and not worry about losing his job.
Okay.
That quarterback situation was unbelievable.
It was. So, it's going to be Sanchez, Tebow, and who's your...
Kevin Cobb. We got Kevin Cobb there too.
Who, for Buffalo?
Oh, I'm sorry, not Kevin Cobb.
I was going to say...
What's his name? David Garrard.
There you go. Interesting. So,
Yeah, should be.
let's go to the G-Men.
The G-Man, yeah.
The G-Men, who are away the first game against Dallas. And Eli is undefeated.
Eli, yeah.
And Jerry Jones's Super Dome, whatever you want to call it, Jerry World,
Yeah.
as people like to call it, he is undefeated.
I would give it to the Giants.
I give it to the Giants because Eli plays great there.
Now here we go. This is
This is prime time. It doesn't get any better than this.
And 425. That makes sense.
Eli versus Peyton Manning.
Uh-huh.
We get to see again.
Mhm.
I like seeing brothers face each other. It's always fun.
Yeah.
They want to see it. This could be a potential Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
This could be an all-out good game.
I feel at this point, Eli does have the potential to beat Peyton. I'm just not sure. I just think the Broncos look like a better team.
I
at
think
this point.
also matters what Victor Cruz, because he's still holding out on where he goes.
Yeah.
From.
So this is a tough one to call.
It is.
But I give the edge to the Broncos.
I do too.
You know.
But the game is at
But it's no longer because of Peyton Manning. It's just because of the team.
Well, now Peyton's got Wes Welker now, Eric Decker.
That's what I'm saying.
You
That
know,
team looks
offensive
much
line
better.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Running back's okay.
But I'm not gonna.
Defense a little weary though.
Yeah.
Defense, they still gave up.
That's a game I gotta see. I can't wait for that game.
It's gonna be a good game. At Carolina and at Kansas City, both winnable games. Except it's always hard playing at Arrowhead.
Mhm.
Don't know why. It's always tough for teams to go over there and play at Arrowhead.
But
The crowd's insane. I
Yeah.
get it. You know. Next they're at Philly, which is a win for the G-men. They could beat the Bears on Thursday night. That's actually a Thursday night game, October 10th. Then they play Monday night against the Vikings at home. And then it's right back at Philly. You know, so they play Philly
twice in 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Going to be interesting. And also, Philly has a new coach, Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
Coming from Oregon. So it's going to be interesting what he does with that offense.
Yeah.
As he turns that around, and with Michael Vick and what he's going to do, and maybe they draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
So who knows the quarterback situation in Philly?
Mhm.
So, like I said, it's beginning to look like the NFL season. It's just after the draft, it starts getting better.
Yeah.
So week 9 is their bye, and then Oakland comes over, Green Bay, which I think is a loss.
Right.
It's a Sunday night game. Aaron Rodgers, you know, I have that a hot offense. You know, if the Giants could get to Aaron Rodgers early, maybe the Giants can win this game. Because Green Bay doesn't have a great defense. They have Clay Matthews and a couple other guys, and that's about it. You know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Next, once again, Dallas. This time home. I think they can take care of Dallas. They can take care of Washington might be the tough one. Because I like RG3. But who knows what he's going to be like coming. You know, he's coming back from surgery.
Yeah, that's one of the things. That's definitely something to watch for at this point.
Yes.
And it would be. I really do hope he recovered.
And also you have the sophomore blues. And we'll get to that a little bit.
Sophomore slump, yeah.
Yeah, the sophomore slump. Who went through? Cam Newton went through it last year. Now you have Russell Wilson, RG3, Andrew Luck. You know, those are the top 3 right now. Where do you think they'll be? You think they'll be the same as last year, or do you see slumps for these guys?
I feel like they'll carry on. I think they'll do really well. RG3, I think, would probably be the most prone to a sophomore slump because of his
That's
injury.
why I'm taking a guess.
That's why-
I think RG3 would be the sophomore slump.
Yeah.
Just okay, he's coming from knee surgery. Is he going to be the same guy we saw last year?
I don't know.
Like Andrew
hope
Luck,
so.
nothing. He's perfectly fine. First playoff game, a little iffy. You know, made a couple of mistakes, but that's tend to happen. That always tends to happen against rookies.
Yeah.
Sophomores, I think his team will be a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Andrew Luck's a great quarterback. Is he like Eli Manning or Drew Brees yet? No,
Well, not yet.
not yet.
Yeah.
But he's got potential.
Can he get there?
Can he get there? I think so.
Yeah.
It's just going to take time. Like I said, made the playoffs last year, and that's pretty damn good for a rookie.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, to finish off the Giants real quick, the Chargers a win. Seattle's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because both of them, Seattle's a really good team. Russell Wilson also a sophomore. You know, first season. I mean, what could you go wrong?
Yeah.
You know. I think I was watching a schedule show yesterday, and they have them going 12-4.
Okay.
I think that's pushing it a little bit.
For the Giants or the
No,
Seahawks?
Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't see 12-4 either.
I don't see 12-4.
I don't know where they got that from.
Next they got at Detroit, and then they finish home against Washington. I do see them winning the division. I see them going on to the playoffs.
I see that too.
So
12-4 though, I don't know. That was pushing it. And
That's
then the
what-
last 2 games being the Lions and the Redskins.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, remember 12-4 for the Seahawks.
Right. Yeah. And
So
then we have, Lions and then Redskins. I don't know what the deal is, why the Giants seem to have trouble with the Redskins. But again, like you said, depends on Russell Wilson.
Yes.
RG3.
and also, not to mention, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 primetime games.
Wow.
5. So Giants are it's market. I get it.
Mhm.
We'll get to the Sunday and Monday night games and the Thursday games as well in a bit. But now to, oh boy, my old Buffalo Bills.
Let's see it.
We
see what we
open
got.
up against the Patriots, but it's at home.
Okay.
Okay, new coach.
Hey, you never know. It's the first game of the
It's
year.
the first game of the year.
Some teams take time to get going.
I'm thinking Kevin Cobb should be the starter. He is a good quarterback.
Mhm.
He showed it while he was in Philly. Arizona got hurt. If he does not get hurt, he can be a good quarterback, even great. It just he's injury prone. If the offensive line can hold up for once, I see them. They can beat the Patriots because the defense is getting better. Offensive line for New England's not the same.
Yeah.
The Jets got to Tom Brady this year. Buffalo got to Tom Brady this year. I think Miami got to Tom Brady this year.
And Wes Welker's gone.
And Wes Welker's gone. So, but they replaced him with what's his name, Danny Amendola.
No, but he's no Wes Welker.
But he's no Wes Welker. So, do I see a potential win? Yes, because they squeaked out when they played New England week 1. It was week 3. They beat them. Maybe a different story, Next, Carolina at home. I see 1-1. Unfortunately, I don't want to say it, but next we got the Jets at the Jets. I do see a win, so that's 2-1. Baltimore, 2-2, but I like to see him beat Baltimore. So they would have to play the perfect game to beat Baltimore. Perfect defense, perfect offense.
Yeah, I hear you.
Next they're at Browns Thursday night game. That's a win. Then at home against the Bengals. I kind of want them to win this. I see this is an even match. I give the advantage to Andy Dalton and their offense.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to go win, but I have to go loss. So what am I? What am I? 3-3 right now.
Let's see. You got
Win
1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2,
3-3.
3-3. Okay.
Miami, another tough game because it's at Miami. It's tough because Tannehill. Another one? Sophomore Tannehill, Ryan Tannehill, sophomore. So once again, who knows what he's going to be like? He had an okay rookie year.
Okay.
So maybe we see more production from him. I mean, Miami's got, and they did a lot of off-season moves. Between Cleveland and them, they did most of the offense. They made more moves than anybody.
Yeah.
So and they signed Mike Wallace. That was the big one.
Mm.
So they have They have a wide receiver now. They have a wide receiver core. Now it just depends on Ryan Tannehill.
Right.
I see a win. So that's 4-3. A loss to the Saints. It's at New Orleans. Home against the Chiefs. I see a win. Unfortunately, at Pittsburgh, I see a loss. Then home against the Jets, I see a win. Then we go to, I hate this so much. They play Atlanta. It's a home game, but it's in Toronto.
Oh, they're doing okay. I see what this is. Yeah.
Which is bullcrap.
In the Rogers Center.
Yep.
Okay.
I hate that because you know why? I don't think Matt Ryan could win that game in the cold.
Okay.
If it's blizzard conditions in Buffalo, he's not winning that game.
All right.
No way. But now he gets to play inside a dome, so like it matters. Next, we're at Tampa, at Jacksonville, home against Miami, and then we finish once again away at New England, unfortunately.
Yep.
So we start with New England, we end with New England. And we face the Jets early, and then by week 11, we face the Jets again. So I look at the schedule. I'm happy and not so happy about it. Like I said, all depends on who they draft and stuff like that. I think Kevin Cobb will be the starter.
Right.
I see. If everything plays right for Buffalo, they are a good team, but not great. I'd like them to make their playoffs this year.
Okay.
It would be good for the franchise. They haven't made it in 13 years.
Yeah.
13-year slump. You brought in new coach, Doug Marrone. New offensive scheme, new everything. More C.J. Spiller, more Stevie Johnson. You have a quarterback now. Run with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's no more Fitzpatrick. That's it. The Fitzpatrick era is over. Time to start this new era. And if Andrew Luck can take a team to the playoffs, why can't Kevin Cobb?
Yeah.
So that's Buffalo's schedule. Now I wanted the Sunday night games, Monday night games, and Thursday night games.
Yeah.
The Monday night games are not impressive.
Okay.
Okay, the kick off Monday night. You would think, oh, okay, it's gonna be good, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Well,
they would have to be. Usually, they're the ones that try to attract the most attention, viewership.
well, this doesn't want this as a fan. I don't want to watch. I love football to death, but okay, the first game looks promising. Philly and the Redskins looks promising. Then we get to the Texans and the Chargers. Yeah.
Nah.
And then next week, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati.
All right.
That's okay.
It's a divisional rivalry.
Divisional game. Raiders, Broncos. Nah.
It's
We know-
it's a divisional game, but we know who's winning that. So
Dolphins, Saints. Nah.
the Dolphins in a Monday night.
Yeah,
game?
Dolphins in a
For
Monday
what
night
reason?
game against New Orleans.
Oh goodness.
Jets and Falcons. Okay game.
Well, no, really. It depends. Again, it depends who's starting for the Jets.
Colts and Chargers, I can see being good. Giants, Vikings, yes. Adrian Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks and St. Louis, which is funny. St. Louis has beaten Seattle twice so far.
Yeah.
They beat them once in a tiebreak, and they tied with them. So I don't know what the deal is with St. Louis.
That's right.
I think St. Louis is an up-and-coming team. I thought they would make the playoffs last year, but they didn't. I was kind of off there, but they're a pretty up-and-coming team.
No, absolutely, they are.
This is actually one of the good games. Packers Chicago. Dolphins win another Monday night game,
I don't get this at all.
but this kind of makes sense. Miami
Two Florida
and Tampa,
teams, yeah.
two Florida teams. New England, Carolina, 49ers, Redskins. Good game. New Orleans Seahawks, another good game. Drew Brees against Russell Wilson. Dallas against the Bears, potentially good. See, my problem with Dallas, they spent too much money on Tony Romo.
Yeah.
That contract's ridiculous.
It is. Has he done anything to deserve it?
Exactly. Baltimore and the Lions, and then finally finishing out the Monday night games are Atlanta and the 49ers, which could be good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe playoff potential, you never know. So, just looking at that Monday night schedule,
Not super impressive.
any interest of any games you would like to see?
Well, the Packers and Bears are always fun to watch.
That's one I like to see.
The 49ers, Redskins, depending on if RG3 is healthy.
Yes.
Saints, Seahawks, I think would be good.
Drew Brees against Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a few gems in there, but overall it's not very impressive.
No, definitely not. Last year's Monday night games were pretty good. So now let's get to the Sunday night games, the Sunday night games for this year I think are good. You start off with the Thursday night game, of course, with the Ravens at Denver.
Okay.
Because Baltimore Orioles didn't want to give. I guess it was due to parking restraints, stuff like that. Didn't want to give Baltimore the share of parking, which is kind of funny. So the Baltimore Orioles kicked out the Super Bowl champions.
Bit of a feud between the Ravens and Orioles.
Yeah, right. So it's a good start to the season. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Manning versus Joe Flacco.
Okay.
I call it Denver by a mile. I think they should win this game for fun.
I think so too.
Next, Giants against the Cowboys, as we said before. I see Giants taking that. Russell Wilson versus Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, that's going to be good to see.
Another good one. Chicago versus Steelers. Both good defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a slugfest. New England versus Atlanta. High-scoring game, I see.
Yeah.
Texans and 49ers. Another high-scoring game. Redskins, Cowboys. It works. you know, for what it is. Now we get the marquee matchup everyone wants to see. Peyton Manning goes back to Indy.
So it happens. It does happen this year. I'm really
It does
glad
happen, and it's going to be interesting how the crowd reacts.
Oh, they're gonna love him.
I know. I want to see a good reception to him.
He'll get a great reception.
I hope he does. I hope.
He absolutely will, because he didn't leave on his terms. He was.
Yes, he was let go.
So he didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, he's gonna get a phenomenal.
So as I keep telling you, the Sunday night games just get better.
Yeah.
Green Bay, Minnesota, always a good one to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Colts and Texans, always good to watch. Cowboys Saints, I see a high scoring game. Green Bay and the Giants, another good one. Broncos, Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. That doesn't get any better.
It doesn't get old. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Steelers against Baltimore. Defense again.
Yeah.
Giants and Redskins, another good game. Falcons, Green Bay. Bengals, Steelers, and to close off the Sunday night games, Tom Brady versus Flacco.
Okay.
The Sunday night games are really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna watch every Sunday night game. I do have Sundays off, so I plan on watching every Sunday night game, unless they're blowouts. But I really see all these games I see them being pretty close, not blowouts.
Oh yeah.
Unless something dramatic happens, you know.
Yeah.
But that's Sunday night games, and to close out, there are Thursday night games as well. You know, have to get used to the Thursday nights. You know, I wasn't used to it last year because I always thought there's Thursday night football.
Yeah.
But we start off with the first game being Thursday night, the Jets in New England.
Yep.
So you start off the
This
Thursday
could
night.
get ugly.
The Thursday night shenanigans. Then
No more butt fumbles.
And now we get Andy Reid returning to Philly. Kansas City going to Philly. That could be a good one, as Andy Reid returns to Philly.
All right.
49ers and St. Louis. I think I made a mistake. It's always St. Louis who gives a hard time to San Francisco, because I think they beat them and they tied. Because I remember I was watching the game at the Meadowlands, and when they were tied, I believe I was in a pick, and I needed St. Louis.
Okay.
What happened? They both tied.
Oh well.
Yeah, so everyone lost. So Buffalo does play on Thursday night against Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
For some odd, mysterious reason, they always have a problem playing Cleveland. I don't know what it is. Last time they played in Cleveland, there was a blizzard.
Okay.
It didn't go well.
Wow.
They lost 8-0. 8-0 in a blizzard. Chicago and the Giants, interesting Thursday night game.
All right.
Seahawks and the Cardinals, Carolina Buccaneers,
Meh.
Cincinnati and Dolphins. Say it.
Meh.
Redskin Vikings.
Meh.
Nah. Colts and Titans. Saints and Falcons. Yay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Texans Jaguars.
Nah.
And the Chargers in Denver.
Chargers it. Oh,
Division
okay.
matchup.
Not bad.
Divisional
That's not
matchup. The Thursday games a little off week, but what are you gonna do? We don't have no power of the schedule.
bad. Yeah.
But
True.
as we get closer to the draft, just want to get your quick opinion real quick of the draft. What do you think the Jets should go for?
Oh boy. It's like they need something at every position. They need a new running back. They need a wide receiver. It seems like they're reaching for quarterbacks everywhere. So, if they have that many quarterbacks on the roster already,
Well, there was one rumor that I don't know why some guy told me at work that they wanted to trade for, this is Tampa, Revis and Sanchez for Josh Freeman.
See, I don't know if Freeman's worth it though.
I thought Freeman was their franchise quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way I saw things in Tampa, I thought, yeah, that's their franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Without a doubt.
It's funny because it seems like one of the reasons that they're finding it hard to trade Revis is because they keep including Sanchez in the package.
Yeah.
And nobody wants
No
Sanchez.
one wants Sanchez.
But yeah, it is a tough deal. I don't know. I really don't know what we're going to see by the end of this offseason.
Like I said, it's we're only
really
60. We're only
But
60.
if the Jets had to pick, they need some offensive linemen too, because it was just abysmal this year. Yeah, I'll maybe have to go with an offensive lineman because
I can see that.
at this point, you can draft whatever quarterback you want, whatever running back you want. If you don't have a good line, you're not getting anywhere anyway.
Exactly.
So
you need a good offensive line.
And that's not always the most exciting draft pick. You know,
It's not.
People always want draft the quarterback, draft the running back or whatever. But if that's what
what do you need? An offensive line to protect the quarterback. Because if you don't have an offensive line, guess what?
They're not doing
Your quarterback's getting hurt or sacked.
Yeah.
And what was the game?
At this point, you have two quarterbacks that you can go to other than
I believe
Mark Sanchez.
It was Chicago and the Giants, and all I remember was the Giants getting to Grossman. They killed the guy pretty much. And that's what happens when you don't have... Oh, no, it was Cutler. It was either Jay Cutler or Rex Grossman at the time. It just kept going at it, going and just sack after sack after sack. It gets to a point where, hello, you guys are supposed to defend me, right?
Yeah.
So
what are you guys being paid for?
Exactly. So when you guys boo because you draft an offensive lineman, you should be cheering because you need that guy to protect your quarterback.
Exactly.
That's why
it's a very underrated pick.
It is. It is an underrated pick. I understand that, but it's the way things are. Offensive line wins when they need a big play to go through. It's the offensive line. Wide receivers can get open, but who's holding most of the guys back? The offensive line.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, that quarterback's on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So don't treat the offensive linemen like they're nothing. They're real big to the game.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for you, say if there's an offensive lineman who's 5'2" and can't move, you're really gonna we're gonna draft this guy. He's gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
But when you have that big guy you want as an offensive lineman, I want that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's big, powerful, and I want him to protect my quarterback.
All right. Yeah.
So
you're absolutely right.
Definitely don't treat offensive linemen like they're nothing picks. I personally like defense as well. I like when Buffalo drafted Stephen Gilmore last year. I thought it was a good pick.
Yeah.
Because their corners are getting a little bit older and not as fast.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a good pick.
Even though you're not drafting big names, they will mean something big if they are that good.
Now what this means for Buffalo's pick, they went after Cobb. They got him.
Right.
Now, do you go after a tackle now? Maybe another defense? Maybe you go after another cornerback? You have Buffalo has a lot of options now because they do have a quarterback now.
Yeah.
Because obviously they thought this quarterback draft is not as good as last year's.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are
no, you're absolutely right.
There are sleepers.
I couldn't agree
you have
with you more.
Syracuse's quarterback, Ryan. What's his name? Give me a second. Nassib. Matt Barkley is another one. But are these guys? Geno Smith. Don't get me wrong, talented. But is he? What's his name?
What, Dan Marino?
No, is he? Wow.
Is
Quarterback
he
on Washington.
RG3?
Yes, is he RG3? Is he an Andrew Luck?
I don't know about that.
Who knows? But maybe somewhere down the road, maybe a second round. Maybe you draft these guys in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
I see Barkley falling to the second round. I see Nassib falling in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Yeah. No, just Ham.
Oh, I know you like Ham. So, I do see a lot of tackles going the first round, just because who's comfortable with drafting a quarterback. Kansas City's not because they have Alex Smith.
Okay.
So, a lot of people are gunning for that first pick. Will Kansas City give it up? What do you predict?
Do I think Kansas City is going to give up the first pick?
Trade down.
They trade down. No, I don't think the first pick is too valuable. I don't know if they would give it away.
If they are, I think they have to draft an offense. I think they draft a lineman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like I said. They traded for a quarterback. They got who they wanted. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, Buffalo got Kevin Kolb, and obviously they didn't think this quarterback class is good enough. But I see them drafting a quarterback maybe second, late third round, or maybe trade up for a quarterback and take like maybe a Matt Barkley, or very coincidence that Ryan Nassif from Syracuse is now the head coach of the head coach of Syracuse drafts his quarterback from Syracuse. That'd be kind of funny.
Hey, it happens.
But he put up numbers though.
Yeah.
He put up numbers. So
if he does it, you can't blame him. It's not like he's drafting a scrub, you know.
Exactly. So who knows? The draft's only 6 days away. I mean, the draft's always fun to watch.
It is.
Once your team's done, you can stop watching.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's the case.
Once the New York Jets pick, you're done. You know, then you want to see, okay, well, they drafted second. You always read that in the paper. You don't have to watch, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But now they turned this thing into a big thing now, where the draft is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So they make this a whole week now, pretty much, with Thursday being for the first round. So, any final thoughts of NFL, TNA?
Nothing big, nothing huge. But yeah, this weekend should be interesting.
It should be. So tune in for playoffs and stuff like that. Knicks and Celtics tomorrow. Obviously, Boston is playing with a big heart.
Yeah.
On their shoulder.
Yeah.
So
heavy heart. Yeah.
I give. Like I said, I'm rooting for the Knicks, but Boston
won't be disappointed if Boston pulls it out. You know.
Stop it. Go Knicks, baby. So yeah, tune in for, like I said it before on the show. If you're a big sports fan, plant yourself on the couch because you ain't moving.
Yeah, get your chips ready, get your subs ready, and
And you also have New York against the Yankees against Toronto, a 3-game set, I believe.
Yep.
And Washington.
Now remember, this isn't the same Toronto team as before. This is going to be good.
Jose Reyes got injured.
Already? Wow.
Did I call it?
Record time.
Did I call it?
What a wimp.
Yep. Big wimp. 3 months. Out in 4. So, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm damn good.
That's what he deserves.
Yeah, that's what you get for leaving the Mets. I'm sorry. But other than that, tune in for basically an all-sports week. We'll have the SmackDown review on Monday. And try to get through Monday night. And we'll have... we'll try to get TJ back on the show. So, I'll talk to him. And... Didn't we say we might do a tomorrow show, or?
It might be either tomorrow or Sunday.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards Sunday, so.
Alright, so maybe we'll get a big crew together for Sunday and figure out something, but other than that, take care, have a good weekend, and watch TNA again, because I had fun watching it.
It was phenomenal.
On that note, I just want to end it with a Taz line.
Okay.
Ha ha ha!